The highway was almost empty that night. I was driving my old sedan through a long stretch of road that cut through dense forest. No streetlights, no houses, just darkness, trees, and the dull hum of my engine. It was close to 2 a.m., and the fog had started to settle low on the asphalt, like the road itself was slowly disappearing. That's when I saw the truck. At first it was just a pair of headlights in my rearview mirror far back, barely noticeable. I didn't think much of it. Trucks used this highway all the time. I kept driving. 10 minutes passed. The headlights were closer now. What bothered me wasn't the distance, it was the way they moved. The lights didn't stay steady. They swayed slightly, as if the truck was drifting left and right, correcting itself at the last second. I sped up a little. The truck sped up too. Another few minutes passed. My speedometer touched 70. The road was straight, clear. Still, the truck stayed behind me, never trying to overtake, never falling back. That's when I noticed something else. The headlights were too high, much higher than a normal truck. I leaned forward, squinting into the mirror. The fog thinned for a moment, and I caught a glimpse of the truck's front. There was no logo, no license plate, just rusted metal and a cracked windshield so dark it looked completely black, like there was nothing behind it. My phone buzzed on the passenger seat. An unknown number. I ignored it. The phone buzzed again. I glanced at the screen. The call ended on its own. A second later, a text message appeared. "Don't stop." My heart started pounding. I checked the mirror again. The truck was closer now, so close that its headlights filled my car, casting my shadow across the dashboard. I tried to change lanes. The truck changed lanes too. I hit the brakes slightly, testing it. The truck matched my speed perfectly. Panic set in. My hands were slick with sweat, my breath shallow. I pressed the accelerator hard, pushing my car beyond what I knew was safe. The engine screamed. The truck didn't struggle at all. Then, without warning, the fog thickened unnaturally thick. I could barely see 10 feet ahead. The road signs vanished. The trees blurred into black shapes. And then the truck's headlights went out. Complete darkness behind me. That was when I heard it. A deep, metallic sound, not from behind but from above. I looked up through my windshield. Not on the road. It was suspended in the fog, tilted slightly forward, its massive grille inches from my windshield. The headlights flickered back on, revealing something inside the cab. There was no driver. The steering wheel turned on its own. The gear lever jerked violently, and behind the wheel, pressed against the glass, were handprints, dozens of them overlapping, smeared as if something inside had been trying to claw its way out for years. My phone buzzed again. It follows the ones who look back. The truck's horn blasted a deafening, bone-shaking sound that rattled my skull. I screamed and swerved the wheel, closing my eyes as the car spun out of control. When I opened them, I was on the side of the road. Morning light filtered through the trees. Birds were chirping. The fog was gone. My car was perfectly still, unharmed, as if nothing had happened. No truck, no messages. I convinced myself it was exhaustion, a hallucination. I drove home and didn't tell anyone. A week later, I was watching the news. They were talking about a stretch of highway recently reopened after decades. The reporter mentioned a fatal accident from years ago, a runaway truck that crashed, killing the driver and several motorists. The camera cut to an old, grainy photo of the truck. Rusty metal, cracked windshield, no license plate, and in the reflection of the glass, barely visible, were dozens of handprints.